Hi, folks. So this is a quick review of how to utilize Perusall in our class. You can ignore all of this if you're in a different course, because this works the same way in all of my classes, no matter which one you're in. So what you're going to do is you can go over here to this left-hand menu somewhere here, should be in around the same place. So you're just going to click Perusall 1.3, and that should open a new window that's going to take you into our class. So right now, there's not a whole lot in my sample course, but when we are at the point where we're going to be workshopping, what you should be able to find is under the assignments tab is everybody's workshop piece that needs to get workshopped in sequential order. So if you're following our deadlines, you can just go down one item to the next. So in order to complete the workshop, you're going to click open. And that's going to take you here. So remember that generally speaking, our requirements are as follows. So half of our workshop feedback is going to be on Perusall, and the other half is going to be in a discussion board. So the part that you're going to complete here is in that sort of phase one. And part A is to go into the document for your classmate and post 3 annotations. And then part B is to post your overall macro level feedback in the appropriate discussion board for that writer. So what you'll see here, this is just a sample bit of material, is you'll see the entirety of what they have uploaded and posted. Okay, so in order to annotate this, all you need to do is highlight what you want to make a comment on. I'm going to ask/suggest that you try to be very careful about only highlighting a very small portion of text, no more than a couple of words, even if your comment is about like an entire paragraph or an entire scene. The reason for that is it becomes very difficult for people to highlight a specific thing within something that is already highlighted more significantly. But also, if someone's highlighted, say, these 3 words, and then you come along and highlight the whole paragraph, it can be very hard to tell that those 3 words are also highlighted. So in order to, so again, you may have just seen some pink stuff happen. So what you're going to do is, let's say I want to comment on this phrase. You'll see as I'm holding down the button on my mouse, so I have to click and hold down the button on my mouse, and I highlight, it's going to be yellow. But as soon as I let go, it becomes pink. And then I can insert my comment here and just say something like, this is an excellent description. And then I'm going to push enter, and my annotation's been made. So you're responsible for making at least 3 of those. You can certainly make more if you like, but you're just responsible for making 3. What you're going to see, since there's none others in here, because this is my sample practice, is you're going to see other people's comments are highlighted in yellow, that yellowish beige that this looks like this color when you are reading. Once someone's done that, you'll click on their highlight and you can see the comment. And then you can respond to their comment by typing in more. Agreed. I get a really good sense of the character here. And then when you push enter, it will add your comment. Now mine, because I'm the same person, is just going to add here. But if you're a different person, it's going to create these back and forth bubbles. Okay. So that's how you're going to do all of your commenting on Perusall. So then just a couple quick things I will add is at the end of the course, you will have the ability to download your document and get feedback. So that is going to be this a button right here. When we are first in the workshop phase, that button will not appear, nor will this one over here. That's just to download. And the reason for that is I don't like to be reactionary, like proactively reactionary, but one of the benefits of Perusall is it is set up so that you cannot copy and paste material out of it, nor can you download documents, in order to prevent people, and we don't get this very often, but I like to be preventative, from downloading a writer's story and chugging it into like ChatGPT or whatever and having that give feedback. So this way you'll know that no one's able to do that. But after all the workshops are done, I will make this available. So if you click this, you're going to get it via email. What's going to end up happening though, so one of the downsides to Perusall is you're going to end up with a PDF that instead of having a list of comments over here, kind of as if people have commented in a Microsoft Word document, you may be familiar with what that looks like, you're going to end up with a document that has little yellow boxes that when you scroll over them, the feedback pops up. So what I might suggest you do, so which can be a little frustrating for getting all of those notes and comments, but when it comes to feedback, what I might suggest you do is instead of necessarily you can download that so that you have access to it perpetually. But what I really suggest doing is opening a fresh copy of your own document or printing one out, and taking a look at going through all of the feedback that you've gotten and showing people, and writing some notes for yourself. So here, I'm going to show you what one of these will look like. So this is what my document looks like, and it's got these, I don't know why it's being weird like that. So it's going to give you these little pop-up boxes. And so you scroll over them and you can see the feedback. So unfortunately, you can't have a version that just has it all over on the side here. But like I said, what I strongly suggest is reading through all of the feedback, clicking on all of the notes, and making sets of notes for yourself so that you can kind of have that opportunity to absorb and sort of compartmentalize, so to speak, the feedback and to rewrite it for yourself in ways that make sense to you. Okay, that's the basics of Perusall. If you've got any questions, let me know, but otherwise should be pretty straightforward.